And to answer your question, how did I come up with the chick in charge? Well, first of all, I didn't just come up with it. It's been in the making for over 60 years of being the chick in charge. However, my grandmother is the original chick in charge. And then my godmother was the sweetest person in the world, of whom you probably know, Katie Daniels. She used to say she'd butter us up to get anything she wanted. And for me, it was always, you are my can-do chick. You can do anything you want. Well, of course, that was so encouraging and so empowering that I really began to believe that I could do anything that I wanted. And so between those two women, I recognized that first my grandmother was the original chick in charge, and then my Katie definitely was a chick in charge because of all the things that they imparted in my life. And of course, my mom, she was much younger than the two that I just spoke of. She's still alive, and my mom is still the chick in charge of our family. And so I wanted to write that book and title it The Chick in Charge, to show my readers and other people who are going to get to know me better based on this book that a chick in charge is not an attitude at all. It is a posture of strength. It is a posture of can-do. It is a posture of turning no's into what it is you want it to be. And it is also a posture of camaraderie, knowing that we get nowhere by ourselves, and accrediting all those others who had a part in or played a role in this chick in charge.
It's part of like the African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go along, but if you want to go far, go with others.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so you definitely believe in that.
I absolutely do. And, I'm so grateful that God has allowed so many people, men, women, of all races, young, old, to have such an impact in my life. I know that I am because of who all of them are or were, and they play such pivotal roles in my life. My grandmother, as an example, took me as a little girl when my mom and dad were being fruitful and multiplying rapidly. And I have a sister who came immediately after I did. So I'm the second child of 9. And my grandmother took me home with her after my sister came along so that I wouldn't be deprived of attention, and I wasn't. But going there with her gave me a different outlook on life than perhaps I would have had being home in the midst of, the babies coming. My grandfather was a brilliant man. He was, in addition to being a sharecropper, my grandfather was also an entrepreneur. He was a scientist and a chemist. However, they didn't recognize that. As I grew older, I did, because my grandfather was a moonshiner.
And that was in Mississippi?
That was in Mississippi in the 50s. Certainly before I came, because shortly after I got here, I got involved in grown folks' business, and I realized that my grandfather was on the other side of the law. And my grandmother...
I like that, as a chemist, I like that.
Yes, so he wasn't just some fly-by-night. He had to know what he was doing. Otherwise, there would have been explosions under the moon instead of this concoction that he was putting together to bring spirits back to the community.